Hello and welcome. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. It's just a quick review of the Sudio Tolv true wireless headset. So it's Sudio, not Studio, as you can see here. I tried out a bunch of different true wireless headsets before I decided to get these ones. And disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by the company. I'm not a professional reviewer or anything on that. But I do like my sound, and there weren't that many good reviews on this headset to explain the features. Inside the box, that's what it looks like. We'll skip the accessories because it's just earbuds and the USB cable like everything else. We don't need to look at that. This is what we need to focus on. Now this case is really nice, really well designed. It reminds me of Bang & Olufsen's case a little bit. It's really nice to pocket, and you got this lanyard. But the battery life is what's going to set this apart, which I think people need to consider, because I had a problem with every true wireless headset that I looked at out there. It was the battery life, and for most of them it's like 3-4 hours, if you're lucky 5. These ones, the manufacturer claims 7, and I got 7 hours out of them. So that's pretty impressive. And then the case itself gives you up to 4 charges, so that's like 35 hours of playtime. That's pretty impressive, especially at the price point, which I got these for. If you do the conversion, it's about 118 US dollars. That's a very good value for what you get, especially for the battery capacity. The sound quality is, I think, pretty decent. They cover a broad spectrum pretty well, and it's a neutral sound. It's not flat. And the bass comes in punchy. It's not throbby. If you want throbby bass, then I think the Powerbeats Pro and JBL headphones, and then I think the Under Armour Flash. They'll give you like that thumping bass now, but good, like really deep bass response. Bang & Olufsen did really well, and Bose as well. They did really well. Sound quality was impressed. Of course, the sound. Sennheiser ones also sound really good, but I thought they could use a little bit more bass, and they weren't super comfy for me, but I guess that all depends. As far as comfort, these are pretty straightforward. You pull them out of the case, but when you put them in your ear, you go in, you push it in on the bottom end, so it goes in and up a little bit, just like that. And once they're in, they're in. They don't come out. They don't fall out. So they're comfortable, and as you can see, they sit pretty flush. So you can lay down on a pillow if you like, which is what I enjoy with most of the headphones. Like the Jabras, the Bose ones were horrible. They were just, like, they stick out really huge, and the Beats were, I mean, they sound good, but they stick over the ear, like, they're here. It's not comfortable, but they're sturdy, right? So we talk about value for the dollar, right? Of course, with the more expensive ones, you get more features like ambient pass-through and maybe touch sensitivity. But one thing I really like about these are the buttons, okay? Like, I mean, listen to this. It's a distinctive click, and you can feel that click. So when they're on your ears, you don't have to press hard, and you get what you want. The Bose ones, for example, those ones you have to really press hard on the buttons to get any response out of them. And then on the flip side, the Bang & Olufsen ones, they're touch, which is handy, but then you can accidentally touch them, and they drove me bonkers, okay? And the connectivity for those, my God, to get them connected to the phone, and like, you have to use the app as well. Like, when you try to connect them, they tell you to use the app, and then when you use the app, it goes through everything and then tells you to switch to the Bluetooth and connect to the headphones, but then it cycles over, tells you, no, you have to use the app. And I had to restart everything, and hard reset the headphones, and finally, after I think 10-15 minutes of trying, they connected. They sounded good, but the left side kept dropping out. And I think I had the same problem with the Bose, where the left side would drop out. But I think on the Bang & Olufsen ones, in the version 2, they've solved that problem. So that's up to you. But like, if you have the money and you want to spend that, then I warmly recommend the Bang & Olufsen ones. Maybe try the newer ones, or the Sennheisers. If you don't care about how far they stick out, the Bose ones were good, okay? The Jabra ones, they were bulletproof connectivity, great for talking on the phone, but if you listen to music, for me, they sounded way too flat. Like, I did not like the sound coming out of these, especially when you hear the other ones before that. And these are the 65Ts. So I haven't tried the other versions, but the 65Ts were the ones I had a problem with the sound quality. But they're pretty good. I mean, they work. So it's up to you what you're looking for. But if you want to put your head down on a pillow, you're going to feel that. It's going to hurt. But anyway, that's all I have to say about these. So quick rundown. That's the headset. That's the case. When you take them out, take the right one out first, then the left one. Pretty straightforward on the buttons. Like most headphones, if you click on, you click once to answer or to pause and play. If you click twice, you skip the track. If you hold it in for 2 seconds, you reject the call. And then volume up and down works on both sides. So you click 3 times on the right to go up, 3 times on the left to go down. That can be a little bit tedious. So set them up the first time, crank them up till what you want, and then adjust the sound on your phone, because you have to go click click and wait for the tone, click click click, wait for the tone. Like, yeah, it can be a bit annoying, but you only need to do that once, and then after that you can fine tune the sound if you need to. They go up in little tiny steps, so you have to go tit, 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 and then when you reach the max, it'll give you a tone like most ones. It'll go bloop bloop, and you're good to go. So I'm not sponsored by Sudio in any way, but I recommend these highly, especially for the value, what you get. And so far, bulletproof connectivity and really good sound quality, excellent battery life compared to all the other headsets I tried. So if battery life is important to you, I strongly suggest you check these out. Okay, thanks for listening. I hope you have a good day.